Hey guys, welcome back to Delaware Acre. I have been trying to keep track of my indoor activities that I've been doing while I'm not in the garden. And over the late winter into early spring, I signed up for I guess it's like a CSA box, like a veggie box from a local farmer, local to one of the gals that I work with. And the box came with many things, many vegetables that I was not necessarily a fan of, knew how to cook, or could even keep up with consuming before it would rot. I think I got onions, bunching onions, and some sort of onion every week for 13 weeks, and that was a lot. So I ended up making onion powder with that. But I also had a hard time keeping up with the leafy greens, and I just have come to terms with I do not like green vegetables. I'm not a very big vegetable eater, and I know that I need to get them in my diet just because of the benefits that they have. I know it's sometimes, depending on what diet or, that you follow, whether vegetables are good for you or not. But I do know that I need them in my diet, and I did not want my money and my vegetables to go to waste. So I ended up dehydrating most of everything. Everything from kohlrabi to cauliflower to broccoli to radishes with the radish leafy greens, spinach, and lettuces and a cabbage, and I think that was it that I ended up dehydrating, but it was enough to fill this 1.5 pint jar with a powder. I just dehydrated everything, put it in the blender to make a powder, and I have it all stocked up here. I actually did use the greens before I powdered them. I ended up filling the gallon jar that you saw in the beginning of this video. Once the jar got filled, I put them in my blender, and then it ended up filling this 1.5 pint jar. So in order to consume the now greens powder that I've made, I was putting it in smoothies, but I'm over the smoothies. I just can't do smoothies anymore. My family has a fit if I put any kind of greens powder into a recipe of anything that I make, because you can taste it. Some of the veggies that were in this were very strong flavored. So yeah, I actually was watching a YouTube channel, someone else's YouTube channel, and they were dehydrating. They have a freeze dryer, but they were freeze drying lemon and citrus peels to make vitamin C tabs. And I thought to myself, that's genius. Instead of me buying greens tablets, which I was buying, I can make my own tablets. So I bought this Capsulate. I think it's the brand of capsule maker. It does 100 capsules, 00 sized capsules. And I am just going to show you how I used it to fill my capsules with my own personally made greens powder. And the reason why I did this is, one, because I didn't want my greens to go to waste, and two, because I know I need them in my diet, and three, because my husband and I were looking into buying greens tabs, and I thought to myself, why would I do that when I can just make my own? And by making my own, I know what's in there. No, I don't know exactly how these vegetables were grown because I did not talk to the farmer, but the person that I went through work, my coworker, was close with the farmer, and she was able to answer all my questions about pesticides and Roundup and, all the things. And they seemed okay. They seemed probably a little in the mid, but again, I had already paid for the box, and I wanted to just make sure I wasn't losing my money, or I just wanted to make sure that I was actually being a good steward of what I was purchasing. So anyway, here we go. The Capsulate website, the website that I got this from, actually has a very good YouTube tutorial on how to use these different plates and how to fill these capsules. So you can get capsules that are different sizes all the way up to, I think, is it 00 or 000? 000 might be the bigger one, but I do I do put a size comparison next to some store-bought capsules that I have. But you buy these empty gelatin capsules. I went gelatin capsules. You can get vegan ones that are also available. I'm not sure, what are they made of? I'm not sure what they're made of, but I did gelatin because I researched that, and it's an animal-based product. Yes, I'm okay with that. I eat meat, and yeah, so that's what I went with. And so I just went through the plates and filled these up. It was very satisfying. The website and the tutorials all say that you can do 100 tabs, 100 capsules in less than 10 minutes. I think it's 8 minutes or something, but I did not find that to be true. I was kind of struggling with getting the capsules to be in the pieces of the capsules in the tray, the right side up in order to fill them. If they end up going in upside down, it was kind of a little tricky to get them out. If you don't have fingernails, I'm not really sure how you would how you would get them out and flipped over individually, aside from just dumping the whole tray. So yeah, the capsules that I purchased came connected, so I had to separate the small and the large end from itself and put them in two separate bowls, because you have to put them in to the little capsulate contraption separately. You put the bigger end in, fill it, and then you put the smaller end in on a different tray, flip it, and press it into the spring-loaded tray that you put the larger end in. So yeah, I ended up doing several trays full and had a couple hundred, yes, I said 100 capsules by the end of this episode. So it's kind of relaxing, but also tedious at the same time. And I noticed that my capsules didn't click in all the way. So I had to go into each one and kind of press them together to make sure they kind of clicked in and they wouldn't open up. I did not notice this until after I took several of them and I realized that they felt bigger than the store-bought ones that I do the size comparison with, and I realized that I needed to press them more firmly together. So I did go through several hundred tabs and press them all together. And yes, my hands touched them, but these are for me and my family. So I'm not selling these or doing anything outside my own home with these capsules. But yeah, it was a satisfying experience, and I still have greens powder left over, and that's okay because I'll continue to try to make these. But this is so much better than doing smoothies and trying to get this and protein in. I'd rather just take a capsule at this point. The only thing that I am concerned about is I did the math and went on. I actually used ChatGPT to see how much greens powder I should be taking as an adult female. And I did the math, and it ends up being 7 tabs, depending on, I guess, how, I keep saying tabs, but they're capsules, 7 capsules. And I guess it depends on how well firmly you pack them to each, and how finely ground your powder is to see how much each capsule holds. But roughly, after a lot of debate and back and forth and mathing with my husband, we came up with 7 tabs for females and 8 tabs for males of our age and size. And so I do worry about taking that many tabs with that much gelatin every day. I did make some turmeric tabs, turmeric, cayenne, and black pepper tabs. They're in there also. So I was taking those. That was actually the first attempt to use this capsulate machine, and I didn't record that. But then when I sat down to do my greens, I had only ever done this one time before. So I was worried about just how much gelatin I was getting with each capsule. So that is something that I'm a little concerned about. And because that can kind of gum up your GI system and can cause some irritation or some problems. So I am conscious of that. So I am trying to find tablets or if something, I was taking a collagen tab. I went back to taking a powder, and because I can mix that unflavored into my hot tea in the morning. So I don't mind doing that, but I am trying to be conscious of how much of this gelatin gum stuff, encapsulated capsule casing, that I'm putting into my body. So this is what I'm doing for now. And again, it's just a way to get my greens powder in, because I am not good about eating vegetables. I'm not good about adding this into anything that I eat without, getting flack from the people in my household that eat the things that I make. So I am trying this, and 3 of the 4 of us are able to swallow tabs in my family. So we are consuming these. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what I was doing with my greens powder. Anyway, thanks for watching. And yeah, if you're interested in this capsulate little maker thing, just Google it. I'm not going to put a link. It's out there. It's easy to find. And yeah, let me know what you think and what do you put in your tabs. What supplements do you make at home? Do you use dehydrated greens powder? Do you purchase your own powders, make your own, or do you have a freeze dryer and do yours? Or are you doing it like me, old school, kicking it with the dehydrator? Just let me know. Until the next video, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are well. Take care. Bye.